which in Spanish means Devil's Heart. It's an island, 40 miles off the coast of Tampico, Mexico. On it is a castle used as a political prison for the enemies of the Crown of Spain. And there were many in the year of 1843.
Joe, if the guard sees you climb down that wall, you'll be killed before you have a chance.
And if I don't try it, we'll all get killed anyway. It's only a matter of when.
Justin, we don't want to go against your wishes, but our plan is good. We must pray that it'll work.
Would you send your daughter into such a trap?
Justin, you've been a good leader. Nobody denies that. We must try something, or death is sure for all of us.
I love you, Father, dear.
Joan, you mustn't. No! No!
Ramon, check the compound.
God! What is wrong in there? The man screamed in his sleep.
Prisoner escaping! Prisoner escaping!
We must take her to the Comandante.
Produce on that dock, not garbage. All right, let's get that produce to the market. Move! Well, Chipper, you going to school for a little while?
Yeah, but I don't know why you can't keep learning me.
Teaching me.
Teaching me.
Well, Chip, we're just going to be making this Pequano run for a couple of weeks, hauling produce from up there, down here, up there, down here. You're going to like Mrs. Adams' boarding school, though. She makes good pies.
I'd sooner eat pickaloons.
And I'd sooner you hurry it up so I can get back and quench my thirst before we sail.
Aw, Josh.
Come on now.
See you later, Chipper.
Bye, Captain.
Oh, where are you going, Mr. Carney?
Well, I thought we'd go ashore and join Mr. Fraser in a short beer.
Oh, you did, huh? Well, you just be back here in 1 hour. We're not making any money at all sitting on the wharf.
Yes, sir.
And you too, Piccolo.
Captain Holden?
Yes, ma'am, I'm the captain. Oh, ma'am, if you're looking for passage, we're going only as far as Pequano, I'm sorry.
Well, yes, I know. Pequano is where I'm going.
Oh, well, that's just fine. Now, ma'am, we'll be taking off just as soon as we get this produce off the dock.
I wonder if I could talk to you in private about my going with you.
Private, ma'am? You wouldn't like to discuss the fare, would you?
Yes, and a very important mission.
I see. Well, the fare to Pequano is $10. Now, that's for male or female. Now, there's nothing very private about that.
Oh, it's a matter of life or death that I get to Pequano.
But you just don't happen to have the money at the moment, right?
Oh, yes, I have some money left.
Oh.
But I need it for something else.
Oh, I see. Well, ma'am, you see, I try to run this boat for profit most of the time. Now, carrying girls may be fun, but there's not much money in it. All right, come on, boys, let's move it, huh? Do I have to show you how?
The captain ain't a bad one, ma'am. It's just that he's had a lot of trouble with girls on board lately.
Oh, I understand. But really, I'm not just looking for a free ride, and it is a matter of life or death. And I don't have any money. I haven't eaten for 2 days.
Oh, you poor kid. We'll get you something to eat, and we'll talk to Mr. Fraser, and maybe he can help you somehow. Come on.
A lady stepped up and said, I'm a stranger in this town. I left my boat just yesterday and I'm homeward bound to my way to Santee, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
Well, when my father heard about the natives of Tampico throwing the Spanish out, he said the only chance they had of staying free was to learn how to protect their freedom.
So your father and the other teachers educated them?
Yes, taught them how to rule themselves.
Well, that makes sense.
You see, my father was born in France, so he went through the revolution and, well, you know how he feels about freedom.
A nice cool glass of beer.
When he heard about this Tampico revolution, he told the people of Pequano, our town, that he had to go down there and help them to stay free. 11 men and women volunteered to go with him.
Well, Mr. Fraser, the captain's waiting to see you and the entire crew on the boat. You're late. He's having 7 fits.
Tell him to keep his shirt on. We'll be along in a minute.
I don't think he's planning to take it off, but I'll tell him what you said.
If we only had 5 or 10 more years, my father might have succeeded. But the Spanish came back and threw us all into Diablo Corazon, the island prison I was telling you about.
How'd you get away?
Well, I let the island guards capture me so that they'd take me to the Comandante. Oh, he's a very dishonest man, so I bribed him with $10,000 that I said I could raise in America. Well, that's why I've got to get to Pequano. If I don't raise that money, the Comandante will kill them all. I'm going to raise the money, all right. But to buy guns and powder and to get a boat and some men and go down there and set those people free. But that's why I've got to get to Pequano. My father taught school to practically everybody there. He's the most respected man any place.
Well, I'm sure we wouldn't have no trouble raising $10 to get her to Pequano.
I'm sure Gray will let you on board in a minute as soon as he hears your story.
Oh, no. He wouldn't listen to me.
Well, he'll darn well listen to me. Come on. I've a feeling our friend Ben and our friend Captain Holden are going to come together with a crash they'd hear all the way up the river.
Now look, Gray.
Well, Mr. Fraser, I still have my shirt on.
Now don't get sore. This little girl here's got a real cause.
A real what?
A cause.
A cause, my Aunt Fanny's foot.
If you'll just let me explain.
Explain what? A pretty little thing bats her eyelashes at you, and all of a sudden you want to save the world.
Now, wait a minute.
Ben, give me a little credit, for knowing something about women, especially that kind of women.
What are you talking
How many times have we been put on the reef by some little girl who snagged a ride from us? All right, you good Samaritans, would you like to come on board and get back to work? Move it! Come on, run it down there. Back up time.
I'm sorry, Joan. I tried, but there's no talking to him now. We've been robbed more than once because of some woman. I see his point, and he doesn't see mine.
Well, thank you, Ben. Thank you for trying.
Hey, what do you do that for? What are you doing? Let go of me.
Somebody's bothering that little girl.
It's Joan.
Well, we'll fix that.
Help! Let go of me, you brute! Let go of me.
Roll out. Look out, Petey. Roll out. Watch out, Petey. Roll out. Look out, Petey. Stand on his way. I hear the bell singing. See the captain saying, road of his girl and I know he's wrong. Here's the maid calling. Go down the bank. Ben! With that headline and drive to the bank. Roll out. Leave that cabbage roll out. Leave that cabbage roll out.
Sonny, you need me help?
No, it's all right, Mr. Holden. They're hitting each other.
Carney, have you seen Mr. Fraser?
Well, he was here a minute ago.
Thank you, Mr. Carney.
Captain, be in a hurry. Down the New Orleans. Hey,
Fraser?
Look, out in the heaven.
Oh, that was dirty! Fire on the dock! Fire on the dock!
Hurry, boys, be lively.
Fire on the dock! Fire on the dock!
Roll out. Watch that savage roll out. Heave that tent.
All right, everybody back on the Enterprise.
Don't it wait.
Get on board, come on, hurry up!
Works every time, don't it?
Like a charm, Mr. Carney, like a charm.
Hey, Mr. Holden, there's Mr. Fraser.
Pretty good fight, huh, Gray?
Hey, how'd you get up there so fast?
Well, you told everybody to get on board, didn't you?
Yeah, where's the girl?
I ain't seen her, you?
No, I haven't seen her.
I guess she took off.
Yeah, right in the thin air.
She's a nice girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah, all right, Mr. Carney, let's get the scow underway.
Aye, sir.
I hope she finds a ride.
Yeah. All right, cast all lines, forward up! Let's haul this plank. You man there, give me some help.
Evening, Captain Holden. Got your dinner.
On the table, pick along. How are you, Petey? You better watch that boy's language. Where are my berries?
What'd you say, Captain?
My berries.
Berries?
Yeah. You told me about some berries for me, Cornell's Bend.
Well, by gum, you're right. You know, I don't know what happened to them berries.
Oh? Uh-huh. Corny been down the galley lately?
Ain't seen him either.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if Corny's been filching my blackberries again, I'll kick him all the way from here to Natchez. What's the matter with your hat?
Hat?
Hat.
Oh, it's not the hat, sir. It's the head.
Head.
Yes, sir. It's got an ache in it.
An ache. And holding the hat down helps it?
Seems to, Captain.
Uh-huh.
Will that be all, Captain?
Yeah, that's all for now. You find the man who stole my blackberries, you tell me better eat him fast. It's going to be his last meal.
Well, sure do that, Captain. Petey, you mind what I told you.
And another thing, there's not enough food in this plate to keep that monk alive, let alone me.
Ha! Petey don't eat no meat, Captain.
Now, what does he eat?
Eats nuts and bananas.
Bananas, no berries?
No
No berries.
Too tart.
Too tired.
We'll be in Pequanno in the morning. Here, it gets kind of cold in here tonight.
I have nothing to give you in return for all that you've done for me. Except my thanks and my affection for you.
Well, a fella has to do what he thinks is right, and I don't want anything. I mean, that's plenty.
No, it's not enough, but someday I'll repay you. You must be hot in here. Look at you.
Well, the devil don't you make some noise. You scare a man half to death.
Now wait until you're asked, Petey boy. Them berries belongs to Joni. Thought you might be hungering about now, ma'am.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it?
Captain divvied up his victuals with the young lady.
I'll bet he did.
Pick along, that was very sweet of you.
Twere nothing, ma'am. Captain wasn't very hungry. Now, Petey, mind your manners.
Chickens the size of sparrows, they don't give you enough food around here to keep your ribs together. What kind of a cook we get on board here? Cook!
Now, the captain comes. Holler loud and clear, Petey boy. All right?
He's such a nice man. Where did he come from?
He came on board about 3 weeks ago when our cook left. Said he'd cooked on other boats, and well, now he's here.
Tied Petey outside to keep watch. Care for sit down?
No.
Mind if I sing while you're eating?
I'd love it.
Fine thing when a man can't get enough to eat in his own boat.
from Pequano. I'm going to see that town. I came down the gangway to a tavern in the town. The bully boys from down below stopped to gather round to my way. Yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka? A lady stepped up and said, I'm a stranger in this town. I left my boat just yesterday and I'm homeward bound.
Hey, sorry,
I left my boat just yesterday and I'm homeward bound to my way. Yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
Well, if it isn't the Enterprise Singing and Charter Society in its regular monthly meeting.
This is your kind of song, Gray. Why don't you join in?
Oh?
Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
Say, did you ever hear the one about the captain who carved up his crew with a butcher knife?
I can't say as I've heard that one, Captain.
Well, what do we have here? Chicken bones. Well, and blackberry juice?
And blankets and a pillow. Well, now don't tell me one of you is going to spend the night here.
Well, I guess I was going to for a change of scenery. The sound of the steering is so restful. Yeah.
Well, and Mr. Fraser, Mr. Pickalong came up to sing you to sleep, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what really true friends you have. All right, you barge heads, where's the girl?
Girl? Who's got a girl?
I don't know what you're thinking, Gray.
You're gonna think there's a hot cannonball loose in here. Now, where is she?
Oh, now, Gray, there's no girl.
Don't you yell at him. He's done a decent thing.
Oh, he has he? Mr. Fraser, you will get up to the pilot house as fast as your legs will carry you. Head this boat into the bank. We're letting a passenger off.
Blast it, no. She's trying to save her father's life, and the only way she can do it is by getting to Pequano. Now, I own a piece of this boat, and I say she stays.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the captain here. I was at least the last time I looked.
I know that, Gray, but...
No buts about it. You disobeyed a direct command. Owning a piece of this boat's got nothing to do with it.
You'd have let her on board, too, if you'd heard her story.
Oh, sure, like all the others, huh? Like Ellie Jenkins or like Laura Sutton. All equated with murder, mayhem, and robbery.
This is different.
Different? Oh, she's different, is she? Well, in that case, I suppose I'd better listen to her story. Because it must be a whopper to make suckers out of my pilot, my chief engineer, my cook, his monkey, and the entire crew of the Enterprise.
It's just the simple truth.
The truth? Well, now, the truth is something that I'm always happy to listen to. And now, if the young lady will kindly accept my invitation to my quarters, I'll be glad to hear her story. And if she can convince me of the truth, then she can stay. If not, she gets put up on the nearest sandbar. And you, Mr. Fraser, I'll buy you out.
That's all right by me.
Ah, you New York.
That's my reason for wanting to get to Pequano, Captain Holden, and no other. I don't want to rob you or sink the Enterprise. I just want to raise some money and get an army and free my father and the others. That's all.
Well, that's very interesting.
Have I convinced you that I'm telling the truth?
Yeah, it sounds logical.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but what I can't understand is how you convinced Ben. I mean, a mere story wouldn't get him that heated up.
Well, Ben is a sweet boy.
But?
Certainly no man like yourself.
No.
No.
Well, honey child, there's only one fair way to compare us.
Why, you...
I thought you asked for that.
Well, you thought wrong.
Well,
Now, there's only one thing I want from you.
you could have fooled me.
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I planned to use every trick I could think of to get you to let me stay on this boat, but...
But?
Well, I've changed my mind now, that's all.
Oh, why?
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 Well, kissing you.
Is...
Well, you're different than... Oh, because it just wouldn't work on you.
You're absolutely right. I would have bounced you off the nearest riverbank. Oh, I can be bought, honey, but not that way.
Oh, please. Please, Captain Holden. I've got to get upriver to pay Quanto. Are you going to let me stay on the boat or not?
You know, I may be making a big mistake, but yeah, I'll take it up, Aquano. Now, wait a minute, now. You know, I'm going to have to teach you something else. You know, the methods you've been using so far, they're not going to get you any money up in Pequano.
Oh, but I've got to. I've got to.
The crops aren't any good this year. There isn't enough money to be donated.
Oh, I'll get it if I have to connive every man and woman in that town.
Now. See, you're talking to the head conniver. You see, if you're going after big money, I mean big money, then you got to go where the big money is.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, it just so happens that the owner of the biggest gambling casino in Pequano is an old friend of mine. Now, if I told him the story that you just told me, I think I could convince him to have a benefit night for Justin Marchand.
Oh, I don't think he'd do that.
Oh, I think he might, if you agreed to split the profits with him.
I'd never have thought of that.
No. You see, you got to be thinking all the time.
Captain, if you're so smart, how do you know I'm not lying to you now?
Well, you see, the Enterprise is the boat that carried that bunch of idealistic school teachers all the way down to New Orleans. See, Justin Marchand's an old friend of mine.
You mean you knew my father?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
Well, because you never asked me to.
Oh!
No. You!
No, wait. No.
I suppose you had something to do with this.
Me?
You're coming with me, young lady. Miss Fraser!
Honestly, Captain Holden, I don't know a thing about this.
No more lies!
Lies? Me?
Mr. Fraser! Get up! Joshua! What are we stopping here for?
I can't rightly say, sir.
Oh, you can't rightly say, huh? You weren't forced to go to the dock, were you?
No, I wasn't exactly forced.
Did she have anything to do with this?
Oh, no. All I know was orders, sir.
Orders? Whose orders? I'm the captain around here. I give the orders on this boat. Whose orders? Joshua!
Oh, I believe it was Mr. Fraser, sir.
It's Fraser's, I see. Where is he now?
Oh, I can't rightly say.
You can't rightly say. Well, you better rightly say, Joshua, and fast.
Mr. Fraser, Mr. Piccolo, and Mr. Carney have gone ashore. I feel like a rat, sir.
I see. Come on, young lady. I got some questions to ask you yet.
We've done a lot of business together, Mr. Burke. A few dollars donated to a good cause ain't gonna hurt nobody. I'd hate to have to tell all the pilots on the river about that bad compass you sold me last year.
Now, that last batch of wood you sold us was full of termites, and they ate into the hull. Now, the repairs come to $645. Now, either you come up with half of it, or I'll turn you upside down and take everything.
I can convince the captain that them berries didn't make him sick if you greased the palm with a sufficient amount of bills. Otherwise, you might be in a little bit of trouble.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Thank you very much.
Quick, come on, man.
Put on that plank, Fraser. Put it down. You're under arrest. Now what in blazes have you done?
What's on your mind, Sheriff?
The money you took from these men. Either you give it back or you're going to jail. What money?
That money was donated for a good cause, Sheriff.
Same as at the point of a gun. Now put down that plank.
Joshua, back her up in the channel.
I'm gonna have your hide for this, Fraser. I'm gonna get you sure.
So long, Sheriff.
Mr. Fraser!
Now, Gray, don't get yourself all stirred up. We got this money for Joe.
Oh?
We plan to do this all the way to Pequano.
Well, now, whose idea was this?
Well, we all sort of thought of it at once, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just bet you did. I had to kick you knotheads right into the water. Now, you knew that I was talking to her. You knew I'd probably help her. But, oh, no, you had to go out in the big hills. Get yourselves into a pot of trouble.
Oh, you know, Captain, they cheated us lots of times.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you three incompetent bunglers. Did it occur to one of you that the sheriff might ride ahead and wait for you in the next town? That you just put an end to all fundraising, legal or otherwise?
We didn't figure he'd get all stirred up.
Well, he did. And you just pulled the purse strings on the entire Mississippi Valley by your good deed.
Oh, Skipper, we was just trying to help the little lady.
Help? By how? By going behind my back? I'm still a captain of this boat, and I give the orders around here. Oh. All right, you don't really want to help her?
Yeah.
All right, by my Aunt Fanny's foot, you will.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, Gray.
Gentlemen, you'll get your chance. Joshua!
Aye, sir.
Turn this boat around and head for New Orleans. We're going to Tampico.
Tampico?
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 That's across 800 miles of open water.
I can't keep my boilers level. You'll be picking up kindling from the Enterprise for 100 miles.
Get back to your stations.
But, Skipper, if the battle wheel leaves the water, she'll throw herself apart.
Well, then you just have to keep your hand on the steam, won't you, Mr. Carney?
Well, how do you expect me to get there? I've never navigated across open water like that before.
You'll learn. I'll buy you a book in New Orleans.
Well, what's going to hold a boat together?
Chicken wire and light twine. Where? Where are your good intentions now, gentlemen?
Skipper, we could all get killed that way.
Yeah? You can also get killed on the island.
You mean we're going to fight?
Well, I don't see anybody else to do it. Do you? Now, how much money do you say you collected?
About $800. Why?
$800. Well, that'll just about buy enough wood to get us there. We'll need about 250 cords.
How do we get back?
There's trees on the island. You'll chop wood.
250 cords?
You are absolutely 100% correct, Mr. Carney.
Oh, no. When do you plan on leaving, Gray?
Right now, Miss Fraser, right now. Joshua, turn this scow around and head it for New Orleans. We're going to Tampico. Joshua?
Captain.
Better on course?
Nice, sir. It's gonna be grand to get back to the open sea, Captain.
Oh?
It'll be my second trip to Tampico, across the Gulf.
Oh? What kind of boat you go on before, Joshua?
An old girl like this one.
An old girl like this one?
Aye.
Well, Joshua, an old girl like this one couldn't go across the Gulf of Mexico.
What's that you say, couldn't?
Well, of course it couldn't.
Well, what are we doing here?
Doing what?
Going across the open sea.
Well, I didn't say we were going across the open sea. Ben assumed it. Here, look here. Look. See? We'll follow the coastline down to Brownsville, Texas, and jump across, perhaps 100 miles down to Diablo Corazon. May get rough in that water down there. We'll arrive late in the afternoon, I hope, and we'll rendezvous in the bay till dark.
She's a grand girl, Captain. I can't see spending all that time and money looking for some obscure island.
Money, huh?
Aye.
Joshua, there are 2,000 bales of cotton sitting on the wharf there in Galveston. We're going to pick them up on the way back home.
Oh, that's better. That's a lad with an eye to the future.
Ben, I brought you something to eat. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what's on the wheel?
You steer it. Where's Ben?
We wasn't feeling too well.
Hey, let me do that.
What, are you afraid I'll get off course?
Well, no, but it's pretty hard work swinging this wheel.
I can manage.
Well, all right.
And besides, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't do my share of the work. I want to do everything I can to repay you.
Repay? Who's anything about repayment, Joe? You don't owe me anything. I'm doing this for the same reason that you are.
Oh. No other reason?
Well, no. What other reason could there be?
Well, I just thought that maybe... Well, the other night in the cabin.
Yeah?
Well,
Well, Joni, what are you trying to say?
I just want an understanding between us, that's all.
Oh, Joni, we understand each other all right.
Oh, the conceit of men. Oh, and riverboat captains particularly. I suppose you think I'm just dying to throw myself in your arms.
I hadn't really given it a second thought, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, you haven't?
You know, it's the first time that I've ever used one of these things. I sure hope we hit that island. Well, keep it on the heading, will you, mate? I'll send Joshua up to relieve you.
Mate! Mate.
Whatever you point them things, fellas. Come on! Why aren't you down the galley? Boys ain't eat very much, Captain. Yeah, I know. I asked Ben if I could help.
Yeah?
He said I can go up forward and relieve Fred at the bow. Be a lookout. And I can't swim. I'm relieving you. Keep a sharp eye to starboard. Now mind what you say, Petey boy. Remember what the captain said about your bad language. Besides, you gotta stand your watch like the rest. Hear that, Petey? Sounds like we're sitting on top of a drunk old man. Hold on, little old buddy! Hold on! Captain Holden here.
This is Ben. I'm in the pilot house. The log chain on the starboard side broke. Pick-along's frozen out there.
All right, cut her speed and hold her steady. Summon Joshua forward. Boys, this way. Forward.
Carney, cut it half speed. If anybody on the other end is listening, get Joshua and all the able hands down on the bow. And make it quick.
Hold on, Pick-along, hold on. I won't move. I can't let go of this pole. The whole world's coming to an end. If the devil wants me, he's got to come and get me. Bring a seat in that larboard boom.
Wait, if you send it out, he wouldn't let go.
Give him my tool belt.
Well, you couldn't push him back, not the way those logs are rolling around.
All right, get on line. Sure you tie a steel loop in the ends. Bring that larboard seat.
Get him out of there.
All right, move out.
Look, Captain.
All right, take me up in the air. All right, now give me the chains. All right, let her go. All right. Let her down. Slacker. Rub her down. Slacker. Easy, easy. Rub her down. Let go of the pole. The devil himself. Let go, Pick-along. Let go. Get your hands off that pole, you barge head. Let go. Bring him in. Get into it. Hold those lines tight. Hang him out. Up. Pull him in, pull him in. Will you be able to fix it? It's not going to be easy.
What would you say? What's the best way to get on the beach? To the right of the castle or to the left? Right or left?
When boat captains are married, do their wives live on the boat or are they cast off somewhere?
Boat captains do not get married.
None of them?
None of them. Now, which would you say would be the best way? To the right or the left of the castle?
To the left. But there's no rule against it, is there?
No, there's no rule against it. Now, would you say it's about a quarter of a mile from the beach to the castle?
About. Then you and I could get married, right?
Right. I mean, wrong. Now, look. We're going to be approaching that island soon, and I've got to get this figured out and nothing else, right?
Wrong.
Yeah, Captain, Gray Holden.
What's the matter, Gray? Did I interrupt something?
What I do is none of your business, Mr. Fraser. You just pilot the boat. But if you must know, I was working on Jones' map.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But if it's any interest to you, we just spotted land.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Notify all decks to douse the lights. Tell Joshua to break out the arms and the ammunition. And, Mr. Fraser, in the future, mind your own business. Boiler deck. Mr. Carney, got your engines at quarter speed. We'll be beaching in a few moments. And I don't want any sparks coming out of those smokestacks, so keep your engines cool.
Aye, aye, sir.
You come with me.
Ramon, did you say something?
You are hearing things, Carlitos.
Ramon, check the compound. It sounds like the prisoners are ramming the gates.
I am standing in front of the gates. Everyone is asleep.
There's only that one guard on the wall.
Huh?
But there are two more inside the gate.
Oh?
Now, if we can get the three of them, we can get the gate open. We can get the rest of the men inside.
Fine.
Then we don't have to worry about the 8 guards in the guardhouse.
8? Well, we'll get them.
There's someone outside the wall. I didn't want to say anything at first, but I heard a voice, and then I heard a crushing sound.
All right, man. Hey, we'll spread out.
You can hear some funny noises up there. You want me to go up and walk the wall?
No, I'll walk it. You go outside and look around. I'll cover you up from up above. Armando can watch the compound.
Bueno.
Carlitos, it is as quiet as an infant's breath. You have an even greater imagination than I have.
Ramon, what was that?
Everything is all right, Carlitos. I trip over a log. Go back to sleep.
You can come back and walk the wall. It is like you say up here.
Ben, you and Carney take the one on the wall. Right, you and Pickalong take the one inside. And then open the gate. I'll cover you. The rest of you follow Joan inside. The Commandant's mine. All right, let's move out.
Corny. Oh, God has been too good to me. I don't deserve such a daughter.
Oh, your daughter and an old friend, Gray Holden.
Of the Enterprise. A tricky man.
Oh, Ben, where's Captain Holden?
He got himself hurt. A couple of you men grab a blanket. We got to make a stretcher.
Oh, Gray, are you hurt badly?
Take your hands off me, woman. I'm not done. What are you going to do with that thing?
We're taking you back to the Enterprise.
Taking me back to the Enterprise on that? Not on your life. I just sprained my hip. I'm not going to ride on that thing.
You want to bet?
Hey, now, wait a minute, Ben. Now, just a minute. This is mutiny. This is plain and simple mutiny.
Our captain is incapable of giving orders, right?
No.
So I'm taking over, right?
No.
Until you get to feeling better.
Now, wait a minute.
You'll be all right now, dear.
Don't mother me. Now, come on, somebody give me a hand. Well, give me a hand. Look, I just sprained my hip. I can walk with a little help.
Don't you move, Gray Holden. I'm going to take care of you day and night.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute of every hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to nurse you back to health. Well, it's the least I can do after the sacrifice you made for me.
It's the very least, huh?
Mm-hmm. Even if it takes weeks.
Weeks.
Months.
Months! Not this riverboat, Captain! I'm not gonna have any woman mother me! Oh! Now, wait a minute, man! Just a minute!